What's going on, everybody? I think I picked the wrong truck stop to be at. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but there's a shit ton of cops here. There's fire trucks, there's ambulances. Like, more cops keep coming. They're driving the wrong way in this place, too, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, I'll try to make it so you guys can see me. You'll see the back is different. This is the problem with doing hotshot stuff, because right now I have a 13-foot pallet in there, and I didn't know it was 13 foot. So I am approximately 3 hours from my delivery, and so I'm not quite there yet. More cops get here now. See, I don't know what it is. It looked like there was a lady down, but then all the cops were just going, like, staring in her car and stuff like that. So I don't know. She was up when I just came out of the bathroom before. But yeah, so we're live now. I'm in Alabama. I'm going down to Florida. I got a delivery tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. And so obviously I got to drive more after this show. But I figured I'd go live and talk about some stuff. I'm not quite sure. It looks like maybe notifications didn't go out because or maybe it's just too late. I don't know what's going on. But because what is it, 10 o'clock on the East Coast? And I actually meant to do this at 9 o'clock on the East Coast, but I set the wrong time, and I said, screw it, I'll just deal with it. I'm live on YouTube, so I'm not sure what the issue is. But I'm going to be in the Panhandle tomorrow, Central Time Zone. So, but yeah, I got this big ass pallet in here. As you guys can see, this will fuck it all up. But see, big 13-foot pallet. And the problem with driving a Sprinter van is, because behind there was my bed. Now my bed's up on the wall. And so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Because I can't put the bed down. Well, I don't know. I may take apart the pallet, because in all reality, I can do that because this is a driver assist. So I got to take it apart in the morning anyway. So I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do, but yeah, I started getting kind of tired, but I think it's awesome. I'm hungry, and then I remembered too, part of the issue with a small fridge is, like, just lots of issues, is that the freezer space in the fridge is super tiny. Now, I got some burritos when I went grocery shopping this morning. More cops are here now. I don't know what it is. It looked like they were searching her car. But now I got to try to fit the chicken patties. So bear with me, because I didn't do this before. I got to try to fit the chicken patties in the freezer so they stay frozen, because they haven't been in the freezer all day. But yeah. Someone said, do I need a CDL to drive this? I do not. I have a CDL, but you do not need a CDL to drive a Sprinter van. You just need over-the-road experience and an impeccably clean driving record. And you can't have a criminal record. At least, I don't think for this company, because of some of the freight that we do. But yeah, I mean, I really like it. So what I think I'm going to try to do tonight, before we get too carried away, I think, because here, watch, I'll show you. So, like, that front piece right here, right? That front piece right there looks to be one solid part. And if it is, in fact, one solid part, then I can take it off, and then I'll be under, like, the 18-inch cutoff from the bed. So therefore, I could just put the bed over the rest of the pallet. So that's what I'm going to attempt when I finally am too tired to drive. I saw that there was another rest area approximately 79 miles south. That'll mean that I have 110 miles. I haven't even really looked at my route on where I'm going to see if there are any truck parking. But I'll tell you, I am going to a Family Dollar, and usually, like, I called and I'm like, hey, is it safe there? And they're like, yeah. I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. I was like, I don't know if I want to park there, but so I don't know. It's interesting. I'm looking on a map to see if I can see. They said I could park there, but if it's not a safe place, I don't really want to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to zoom out on a map and try to see. I don't even know which road this is taking me down. So where the fuck am I now? I'm on 65. There's no way it's going to have me run all the way down there. I'm past Montgomery. Am I? Yeah. So this must have me going all the way to Mobile and then taking Interstate 10. So now one of the cops is leaving now. So they had police and sheriffs here. It's weird. Actually, almost everybody's gone now. So, and then I take 10 through Pensacola. I'm guessing you would think that it would have me cut down across, but I think I would have already done that. Because this says I'm on here. I hate how this doesn't like really tell me where I'm going here. So this says I-65. There's one guy, I'm guessing he's a truck driver, but he is just pacing up and down this parking lot and it's creeping me out too. All right, so I-65, I'm following I-65 all the way down. Let me zoom out a little bit more so it doesn't take quite as long. Sheesh. All right, so I-65. Oh, I see. So it is going to have me cut down. And then somewhere. I don't know. Shit. So it's going to have me taking back roads all the way there. Fuck me, bro. There's not going to be any fucking rest stops. Well, I guess I'm going to end up having I'm going to be on I-65 until that one. Hold on, guys. Now I'm trying to figure this out because I need to know. SR 106. Where the fuck is that? How come that's the one road that's not on this shit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Whatever. No, I do not carry. I can't carry. Because I go to New York City, so I can't carry a gun in New York City. Unfortunately, I would prefer to carry, obviously, but I can't. So you got, what town is this? It's blocked by the fucking Georgiana. So where the hell is Georgiana? I'm trying to see where I get off of to 106. I don't even see fucking 106. What the fuck, bro? Where's Georgiana? Oh, it must be this one right there. That would make the most sense, which is by Evergreen. I don't think the company has any rules against it, but it would limit where I can go to haul freight. You know what I mean? Because there was one customs and border facility that I picked up a load at. I wouldn't be able to go there. And when I trucked before, I did still have a concealed carry, and I remember it, or maybe it wasn't me, maybe it was a brokering, because I used to or dispatching. That's what it was, because we had a truck driver that did carry. And so whenever he would go to like a military base or something, I'd have to find him a pawn shop or like a licensed gun dealer, and then he'd have to pay them to get his gun, or to store his gun, and then he'd leave. You know what I mean? It's just too much of a pain in the ass. So I'm trying to find this road, and I can't. Because when you zoom in on a map, it looks fucking stupid. That's essentially what's going on here. Because I'm taking I-65 to, and I don't know how to tell the direction. Because that's not. Does it say what exit it is? Even if I zoom way in, it doesn't tell me the exit. Why? That's fucking dumb, bro. That's dumb. Ask Siri. No, I can't yet. Because I'm live too, so I try not to tell people where I am. Because I don't trust people. I should be. I mean, I was through Montgomery like an hour ago. So I should be like way the fuck down here. But I don't know if I am. Because I was sitting in a lot of traffic. Imagine. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, so that's the gist of it. So I'm going down to Alabama. You can't get there from here. I don't like because I'm using the Waze app because many of you guys said I should use the Waze app, but I can't get it to tell me like the route. It doesn't do it, and probably because it doesn't want you looking at your phone. You know what I'm saying? I got to be on here for a long time. So at least now, because that was one of the things I was going to look at anyway and make sure I'm not going to have a bunch of traffic because I may end up just going down the 70 miles if I'm on this road for 70 miles, going down for 70 miles and parking at the next rest stop for the night and then just driving the rest of it in the morning. But yeah, you can't get there from here. Yeah, I already said that too. So anyway, some of the stuff that I wanted to talk about today, the political stuff, is, I mean, there's not much that I want to talk about. I heard a couple of things that were kind of crazy. I heard on the Timcast podcast from tonight, I heard them say that Elon Musk apparently saves the world from a nuclear conflict. Like, I mean, what can the guy not do, right? Because apparently when Ukraine was making their big offensive against Russia, they were using Starlinks and moving all of the Starlinks towards like the Ukrainian offensive, right? And Elon Musk and SpaceX staff saw that that's what they were doing and realized that they were using their weaponry or their technology, the Starlinks, to essentially decimate Russia's navy. And so Elon Musk made the decision to shut it all off. And so the Washington Post apparently wrote an article on this, and Elon Musk tweeted back. He tweeted out, or no, I think there was someone, Ukrainian ministry or someone tweeted out that Elon Musk shut off all the Starlinks, and he replied, and this, I think this could have been a while ago, but the Washington Post just reported on it today, saying that he shut off the Starlinks because he knew that they were about to advance on the Russian military, and it would have been a decimating blow to the Russian military. And he wasn't going to be drawn, like, they weren't going to use his weaponry to cause a world war conflict. Do you know what I mean? Which is just, I mean, you got to pat him on the back. So basically, he shut them all off so Ukrainians couldn't go and blow up the Russian shit, which would prompt Russia to launch nuclear weapons. And I thought it was pretty good. Someone said, are you able to overnight at the shipper and receiver instead of truck stops? Yeah, I can overnight wherever I want. I can overnight in my driveway. I can overnight in a gym parking lot. I can overnight anywhere I want. And I can park at this receiver. But I'll be honest, there's two reasons why I don't want to. One, I don't know how safe it is, and I'm not caring. Secondly, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make it 3 more hours. I'm a little tired. So I think I probably got another hour and a half of driving in me before I'm just going to be gassed. It's been a long day. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. That's why I'm closing my eyes. So I'm not sure, but yeah, but yes, I can overnight wherever I want. I can park anywhere. I am now starting to prefer parking in rest areas just because they're so much quieter. Yesterday there was a weird one where I stayed last night. They actually had like speed bumps. So every truck that came, or every car, or everything that came all night, it sounded like a Jake brake. You know what I mean? Even though it was very quick and not as loud, it sounded like a truck was hitting its Jake brake, just like brr, brr, like. And so every time a car came, and I found that kind of annoying. But other than that, I mean, I like them. There's restrooms. The restrooms are oftentimes way cleaner than truck stop restrooms. And it's quiet. It's secluded. I can do what I want. Like this morning, I just got out and like brushed my teeth and stuff, and I was all happy about it. Yeah, see, whatever was going on is done. Well, the cops are still there. A couple of the cops, the sheriffs are still there, and the ambulance is still there. Someone said, just rest. It's okay to take time for rest. I can't rest yet because I don't want to drive 3 hours tonight in case I get an expedited load tomorrow. See, that's the thing about doing expedited freight is you have to kind of say, you got to kind of, there goes a fire truck. I don't know what it was, but they had quite the response. Several police cars, ambulance, fire truck. Well, a couple of fire trucks. That white pickup that left before it was a fire truck. But that's the thing about expedited freight is you have to make sure that you're always ready to drive. So essentially, I like to get the 6 hours of sleep that I require as an old man now. I used to be able to function on 4. But I got to make sure I have 6 hours of sleep before I go and make a drop off, because there is a chance that I could have to drive 18 hours. You know what I mean? I could tomorrow make this delivery and then they could send me back up to Montgomery. They could send me over to Orlando, which is what they're speculating, but that's far as fuck. I thought I was further towards the East Coast. I am not. I'm way on the west side of there. Someone ran over a person. It happens all the time. I don't think someone ran over a person because I saw the person standing up. But I do think because the police are there and everyone else is leaving, I think that it had something to do with something. But yeah. Someone said, I didn't mean to sidetrack you on your thoughts in Ukraine. No, I mean, I don't have any thoughts in Ukraine. I want the conflict to end, okay? Because I worry the longer the conflict in Ukraine between Russia and Ukraine continues on, the longer it's going to be, or the more likely it is going to be that we're going to end up having U.S. troops on the ground there. And I firmly believe that Joe Biden is going to, especially if they start believing that Joe Biden is not going to be the president in 2024, if they start believing that themselves, then they're just going to say, fuck it all in. Let's get that war money. And they're going to start something and they're not going to be able to finish. There goes the ambulance. Do you know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing that's what I worry about. And there's no patient in the back. They have the lights on though. So I could tell. But that's what I worry about because I don't want boots on the ground. I don't want our troops in Ukraine. I wish the Ukrainians would, just stop. I wish the Russians would just stop. And I know what you're saying. What do you mean Ukrainians defending their sovereignty? No, they're not. Okay, no, they're not. All right. If they were defending their sovereignty, they wouldn't be using a white supremacist group or Nazi group called the Azov Battalion to defend the front lines against Russia, who literally says the only reason they invaded Ukraine was to stop the attacks by the Azov Battalion on citizens of Ukraine that believe they're Russian. And that's the truth. Do you know what I mean? That is the truth. Yeah, and nobody can deny that. That's the whole thing. One of the Nazis that was out there talking about, or down in Florida this past weekend, that was all, Joe Biden's bum, saying he likes Joe Biden. Actually, they all were saying they like Joe Biden because they're fighting Ukraine. That guy with the face tats, bone faced or whatever, a convicted felon. But apparently he went over to Ukraine and fought in the wars and stuff over there. And fought for Ukraine, killing Russians because he's a Nazi. Fought with the Azov Battalion until he left because he realized the Azov Battalion may be changing. Maybe they're not Nazis anymore. But you also got to remember, too, we had a proclamation in our House, in Congress, that forbid any U.S. defense dollars that were being sent to Ukraine from being earmarked for the Azov Battalion. Why? Because they were or are Nazis. That's the truth. Nobody can deny that. I know they want to try to delete it. But look up one of the Democrats. I forgot who she is. She's from Wisconsin or some shit like that. One of the Democrat congresswomen literally tried to have the Azov Battalion named as a international terrorist organization, citing their Nazi beliefs. And now she's trying to send more money. She was one of the people that welcomed members of the Azov Battalion into the Capitol. That's the craziest thing to me. It's just like in a matter of 2 years, this woman, the Democrat congresswoman, was saying the Azov Battalion should be classified as an international terrorist organization to welcoming them into our capital. What changed? Oh, the fact that the war money started giving all, they needed to get paid. Conflict in Afghanistan, is done. The war in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq, those are all done. All our war lobby, which, they've been, resilient and relying on the government teat for the past 20 years with the war. It's crazy. The whole thing is just crazy. So, and I think it's tragic that people are dying. I just wish that the conflict would end. If Russia wants the Donbas region and the majority of the citizens that are in that region want that area, so fucking Ukraine, give it up. You know what I mean? If the majority and allow all the citizens that want to move to move. You know what I mean? Give them housing. Shit, we're sending so much money over there. Do you know how much money we're sending in comparison to the population of Ukraine? It's fucking insane. It's insane. You're telling me that we can't figure out something? We can't build up houses? We can't do something to relocate these people for the land that's in dispute? And I'm not saying that, I'm saying that as a means to end the conflict and to stop people from killing each other. Like all this shit about Russia's bombing an apartment complex. Yeah, no shit. That's because they're putting Ukrainian military equipment in those apartment complexes. There's so many videos of it. And it seems that if I say this, I get in trouble. I'm going to be called a Russian stooge and all this shit that everybody does on social media, when in fact it's the truth. You know what I mean? That's the truth. It is the truth. And I know a lot of people don't like the truth, but that's it. I hate the fact that we're fighting in Russia at all, or fighting that we are in. Make no mistake, we are fighting. Our taxpayer dollars are fighting, and we shouldn't be doing it. We shouldn't have anything to do with that conflict over there. Does anyone else think it's ironic that we are sending money to another country? Joe Biden wants to send another $1 billion. $250 million for law enforcement. They defunded our own police here a couple of years ago, or tried. It's insane. $750 million more in military and humanitarian aid. Oh, get the hell out of here. A corrupt country? You think all that money? Where is all the money that we've already sent? The billions and billions and billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars worth of military equipment, worth of money, humanitarian aid, food. Where's all that money now? Nobody can account for it, because every time we try to send people over to account for it, we can't do it. They can't account for it. That's why there is no accounting. And they find these accounting discrepancies where they then go and send more money to Ukraine. It's unbelievable. And all the while, we have 150,000 people a year, and that's a low number, but because it's much more than that. 150,000 people a year, Americans a year, dying in it because of fentanyl overdoses. We have, hundreds of people that die because of mass shootings. We have, thousands and thousands of people that die because of car accidents. Over 8,000 people are killed a year by teenagers that drive cars. We have our priorities so fucked up in this country, and I don't know how you fix it. I really don't. I want to figure it out just as much as everybody else does. But I have no idea how you fix it. But actually, I do. You start paying attention to America and Americans. That's how you fix it. Simple as that. That's how you can fix the majority of the problems. Stop trying. Like, I heard this lady on the Timcast podcast. She's talking about how Miami has a homeless population of roughly 3,000 people yearly, right? So the people change, but it's roughly right around 3,000 people. They have an annual budget of $45 million to deal with the homeless crisis. It's fucking insane. What is going on? How are people coming in? Maybe this must be a cop. Because everybody's coming in the wrong way on this entrance ramp. That's not a cop. How the fuck did they get in here? I'm confused. Because that person just came in the wrong way on the interstate ramp. I think I'm just in a weird place. And of course, they're parking right next to me too. Someone said, I remember the day they burned that building. Oh, now they're moving because they know probably saw that I'm live. Yeah, you weirdo. I don't know how they got in this side. Because the trucks are parked back there. So how did they just come in that way? Unless they just turned in the wrong way down the rest area. I'm being nosy now. I don't know. Where's that money for the homeless in Miami? Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. $45 million a year is budgeted for homeless people in Miami. $45 million a year. I mean, look at Portland, Oregon. Who remembers the live stream I did while they were talking about the homeless crisis, and they were talking about trying to change some rules for how they go after homeless people or something like that, right? And you had all of these nonprofits that were saying we need more money, we need more money, we need more money, right? And they all provide some sort of housing, or none of them actually provided housing. They provide support and all this stuff, and they all kept saying we need more money. They had all these people that were providing testimony in front of Portland City Council, and while it was live, I was taking their IRS Form 990s that are their nonprofit is mandated to file, and I was looking up the salary of the people that are giving the speeches to the city council, telling them that they need more money. There's not enough money to help these homeless people, and all of them had thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of salaries. In fact, I don't believe we saw anyone that used less than 75% of the money they made in donations was used on anything other than salaries. And it's crazy. And this happens all over the place. This happens in every city. You have Mayor Adams today saying that, I got to paraphrase it because I don't know. I saw people talking about it on Twitter, but like I said, I've been driving all day and I was trying not to listen to the news for the most part. I listen to pretty much podcasts all day long. And, but I heard that Eric Adams said something like he doesn't see an end to this immigration thing. For the first time as a Democrat, he doesn't think that anything is going to get fixed with the issue of the migrants coming into New York City. Which I don't blame him, because nobody wants to even address that it's real. So of course it's not going to get fixed. How do you fix something if you pretend it's never happening? I mean, let's be honest with you. They're not even trying to fix it. David said, I remember that they were banking. Yes, they were. It's fucking insane. Insane. Hey, you guys want to do something? How many of you guys drink tea? Everyone that drinks tea, press 1 in the chat. Just the people that drink tea. My nose is running a little bit. I've been feeling kind of iffy, but I think it's just allergies. But press 1 in the chat if you drink tea. Mindy said, 1. All right, so I got a challenge for someone. I'm going to do a giveaway tonight. We have 6 new tea flavors on puretruthcoffee.com. You could find it by just searching tea in the top if you just want to buy a bag. But I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 1 bag of each in a pack. So you're going to get 1 bag of each of our tea flavors for the highest Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal dono right now. Well, throughout this show. It's a way for me to make money. Hopefully it at least covers the cost of the tea. But if you want a chance, the highest Cash App, Venmo, PayPal right now, you get a 6-pack of all of our new teas that we have on puretruthcoffee.com. They'll use the link in the chat to do that. And there's a lot of you guys that say you're drinking tea. So the highest one. Now keep in mind, they're like $18 a bag. So, and I'm going to send you all 6 flavors that we have. But I think that's with shipping. I don't remember. It's supposed to be with shipping. I may have to adjust it. Adams was all for the migrants when he tried to get them the right to vote. Now he doesn't want them to come to the city. Yeah, but now they're trying to get them the right to work. They're trying to speed up the process to have all the migrants go to work. Hey, listen, and I've been a long time champion of that. Okay, if you're gonna let them in, which I don't believe we should let them in at this point. I don't, unless they're coming legally. But if you're going to allow them here, at least force them to work. Force them to work. Because the reason why I think you should do that is because it should help our taxes, right? Even though I don't really think we should be paying taxes. I hate fucking taxes, but it should increase because you're using our services anyway. They're using our public services. They're using all of that, our schools, our education, our welfare system. So why not have them pay into it? Nobody wants tea. So we have no Cash Apps or Venmos. I really thought that was going to get you guys to do some contributions tonight. But someone said you sent a $5 one. I haven't got any. Sheriffs are leaving now. One of them. But yeah, I haven't got anything today. But why would they work? Aren't they getting approximately $2,000 a month for doing nothing? I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. I don't know how much money they're getting. But I don't know how much money they're going. And guys, I have I'll say it. My view on the border is a little bit more liberal than other people's, because I want, this country should be a country that everyone wants to come to. I believe they have to do it legally. I don't believe in the way they're crossing and seeking asylum or even filing for asylum from another country and getting a court date and then coming across, or not even a court date. I mean, that's what's happening now is they're using an app. They're saying they're seeking asylum. They're setting an appointment to come in and essentially turn themselves over. And then they get a court date 6 years down the line. But for that 6 years, what do we expect? Our government is fucking up and allowing them into the country, okay? If the government is doing that, then why aren't we allowing them to work once they're here? Because if we don't, it's kind of like a catch-22. If we allow them into the country, but we don't allow them to work, what do we as taxpayers keep having to do? Foot the bill. Do you know what I mean? So it sucks. Deborah sent $45 via Venmo. Shout out to you. So Deborah's the top dono so far. Jackie with a $5 Venmo. Thank you. So Deborah is the top dono. She wants the tea. So like I said, if you do a Cash App Venmo, you can do it via the link that is in the chat. I'll put it in there, or scan that code that's on your screen. I'll put it in there again so it types it in the chat for me. But if you click that link, you can do Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Highest contribution tonight will get a 6-pack of our brand new teas. We have 6 new tea flavors. I can't even tell you what they are right now. I don't remember. But we have 6 new tea flavors, and you will get a 6-pack. The value is roughly about, well, let me do some math. Probably about $100 worth of tea that you're going to get. They're 3-ounce bags of tea. And you'll get all 6 of our flavors. So, and because people have been asking me for 3 years to put tea in there. Jackie, I saw that. I haven't got any Cash Apps yet. I've only got the Venmos, but I got yours. Stephanie is now the top dono. She wants that tea. Stephanie with a $50 Venmo. I'll even say what it is too. Stephanie wants that $50. So far, Stephanie is in the lead for the tea. Steph's your wife. Oh, okay. Nice name, by the way. Stephanie. I've always liked the name Stephanie. Probably because my name's Steven. Spelled PH, but someone said right. Sent twice. Don't know why it's not working. Maybe Cash App is down. Maybe you have to use Venmo. Maybe you have to use Venmo today. I don't know. Unless they nuked my Cash App. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this shit is going crazy lately. Done. No. No, my Cash App's open and maybe it's not sending. Someone said, I keep getting cut off every few words. It could be internet. I'm not sure what it is. But I don't know. My views on the border is, listen, if kids are coming across unaccompanied, it's our job as Americans to take care of them. We can't turn away kids. But we could turn away adults that are trying to illegally come into this country, make them wait just like everybody else until we're at least set that we could take care of our own people too. Someone said, what's making me sniff so much? I don't know. My nose is running. It's probably allergies or I'm getting sick. My wife is sick. My kids were sick. Probably got that COVID. Because I actually feel like she does. Like I have a little tickle in my throat. My nose is running. Nothing else though. No headaches. No. I feel fine except for that, but I've been sniffing all day. Uh, Someone said, "Wow, what a coincidence! You're on." I don't know what you mean. Steve, do you have any restrictions on how many hours you can drive in a Sprinter van? Nope. I can drive as many hours as I want. So that's the beauty of driving the Sprinter. I'm not under any hours of service or anything like that. Someone said weed pollen is really high right now. Yeah. I don't know. I'll be honest. I've had the little scratchy thing in my throat for a little bit today. I didn't get a stuffy nose until I walked to the bathroom. So my guess is it is allergies, because when I walked to the bathroom, I started getting allergies. But yeah, back to the border stuff. I believe with the children that are coming across, we should do as much as we can. But I believe people need to come here legally. I believe they should have to wait just like everybody else. But then I also believe if they are here, why would we fight allowing them to work? Because that it legally work. Because that also help. Well, see, but that could also cause them to want to stay too. So I don't know, dude. I think what we should do is try to figure out. See, I don't know, because I know Donald Trump. I don't know if the speech I heard today on YouTube was from today. Did he speak in New Hampshire today? I made it a point. I kind of got tired of listening to him do the same talks, after watching every single rally for the past 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever. They're kind of the same political talks. So I got tired of it for a little bit. But I said something the other day, and I said Donald Trump hasn't really been putting out his position on the things that he would do as president. And I kind of got jumped on, rightfully so, by some people in the chat, because they're like, he has been doing it. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I haven't been watching his things. So I made it a point to listen to the one that I saw today, although I'm not sure if it was, a rerun or something. But I saw one that was being aired live on YouTube. It was a New Hampshire rally or New Hampshire speaking event. And he was talking about how he is going to utilize our military, the Border Patrol, immigration to do the largest roundup and deportation in United States history. And then he said something about Eisenhower. And didn't Eisenhower do that to like Italians and shit? Didn't he? I don't know, but I think he did. I don't know. See, shit. I don't know how I feel. Like the people that are illegal, sure. Right. So, and maybe that I would need more clarification for me to get on board with that, because I also worry that means that they're just going to get anybody that's in this country, even the people that are on asylum status, and try to remove them. Or at least that's the gist that I got. And that's probably what most of you guys believe too. That's what he meant. All these asylum seekers and all that. But technically, asylum seekers are here legally because they're seeking asylum. They're coming across the border. They're turning themselves into Border Patrol. They're getting processed. They're getting put out on the street with a court date years down the line. They are here legally at that point, even while they're waiting for their court date. Maybe he's talking about all the people that never show up, because it's said that 65% of the people that are given court dates actually never show up to their court date. So, yeah, I mean, that's got to be a big issue, too. What are you doing, creeper? What are you doing, creeper? Oh, they're texting. That's the only problem, because all my lights are on and the windows aren't covered. I'm like, people are looking at me. Someone said migrants would pay into the system with taxes, but many of them send the money back home to their families in other countries. Yeah, but they're still going to end up paying in with taxes. They're still going to buy food. They're still going to do shit. And who do we care? Why do you care if people are sending money out to their families overseas? You know what I mean? Someone said, is your Discord set up, Steve? Nah, I've been driving all day. I haven't been able to do it. I will do the Discord, because I think that's a good idea. I mean, the Discord is set up. We have a huge group on Discord already. Like 3,000 or 4,000 members. There's a lot of people on our Discord group. But let me see. We have a tie. Oh, shit. What do I do for the tie? Steve is tied with Stephanie. I'll let you compound it, okay? Steve, because only one winner. It costs too much damn money for the tea. Only one winner for the tea. Steve and Stephanie are tied with the Venmo. Steve and Stephanie are tied with the $50. So what we're doing today is we're giving away a 6-pack of our brand new teas. So you get 6 bags of teas. It's valued over $100 because our tea bags are do the math, $17 or $18 each times 6 is too much money for me to try to count. You know, what is it? $120, something like that. Someone said, I see it at the store. Guy wired out $2,900. Yeah. Texas Ranch Hand. So I'll talk about the Liberty Safe. I know I talked about it last night, but I'll talk about that again real quick too, because there's one crucial point that everyone, Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, everybody is leaving out. This is not a master combination locking code that they had. Steven Crowder said it was a master combination. That is false. Tim Pool said it was a master combination. That is false. It wasn't a master combination. So you know when you first get a safe, the safe has a combination for it. That combination is in the memory of the safe forever. They don't have one code that they can go and access, and it will unlock everyone's thing. What the fuck are you doing, bro? I hate people. But that's not what it is. That's not what the safe is. So basically, when you order a safe, they create a combination for that particular safe. They have a record of that safe, that combination. When the safe comes to you, at that point, you then can change the combination on the safe. Stephanie is now in the lead for the T. Stephanie is in the lead for the T. Stephanie wants the T. Steve said gas. I don't think he even wanted the T. But Stephanie is now in the lead for the T gift today. So, someone said, have to give anybody that makes $600 or more a year a 1099. No, you don't. The transportation is exempt from that. Anyway, so like I was saying with the safes, okay? So with the Liberty safes, when you own a safe, for example, I bought a gun safe. When I bought a gun safe, it came with a combination. I also can change that with a master reset. And I did check to make sure the code, because I still had it, to make sure the code that I initially got the safe with, if I punch that in again, would it disconnect or would it open the safe? And it did not open the safe. I tried that right after I changed it. So I already know with my gun safe, there's no master code to get, well, at least that I'm aware of, there's no master code. There's not like a central code for any of the Liberty gun safes. What they did is they stored the code that was issued when the gun safe was built. Does that make sense? They stored the code when the gun safe was built, and it doesn't reset from the machine. So they had access to it. Now, I saw their apology letter and all that stuff. I don't care about their apology. I saw the quartering was pandering because he probably found out he wasn't getting his refund for the gun safe that he bought. So he like changed, and he's like, oh, we must forgive them or some shit like that because he's a little sellout piece of shit and his coffee tastes like ass. No, he's not a sellout piece of shit, but his coffee does taste like ass. I did buy it too, just to try it. And I threw it away after having one cup because it was horrible. I'm just saying. Someone said you would issue a 1099 to individuals or other businesses that provided some kind of service but aren't employees of your business. Yes, again, you don't have to issue a 1099 for people that are involved in freight transportation. They're exempt from the 1099. Challenge me on that, bruh. I don't know if it's the same with any other career, but it doesn't matter the amount. I could get paid, $150,000 check from a logistics broker and not get a 1099. And then when I call them, I'm like, hey, what happened? I never got a 1099. They're like, we don't issue one because we're logistics. And that's true. It's true. Esteban said no Venmo from you yet. Are you Steve? Did you say for fuel? I got the gas money, right, Steve? Is that you? You have Esteban as your name, so I don't know if that's you. But someone said illegals. Thought you were talking about illegals and taxes. Yeah, but they don't even have social security numbers. I actually had someone today that messaged me about my warehouse, and because I'm trying to sublease the warehouse, And he's like, hey, man, I'm interested in doing furniture or something. And I'm like, sweet. And then I asked him, I'm like, are you good with a credit check? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, why? He's like, I haven't been issued a social security number yet, but I do have a tax ID and all that stuff. And I don't know his immigration status, but I've heard that some people don't, but I don't know how that works. Someone said, last time I sent you a Cash App, it took to the next day. Really? I don't know. I haven't got a Cash App today, though. Sometimes it'll like prompt and say that I need to accept it, but no. Today I haven't got one. People are saying that Cash App wasn't working. So if you want to try out our tea, anybody, you want a chance to win some tea, all you got to do is send a Cash App to or a Venmo, I guess, using the link that's in the chat. I'll put it in there again. And there, it should be in the chat again. Click on that. Click Venmo. You can send it. Stephanie is currently in the lead. She's $55 Venmo. So if you want a chance to win the 6-pack of tea, send any Venmo bigger than $65, and you win. And by the end of my show, I'll tell you who you are, and then I'll send you. Then you got to send me a message on Venmo. Cash App is down nationwide. Fucking A. Because so many people don't use. That sucks. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll do tea because I already made what the tea cost me, so that's fine. What happened to your nice office? Which one? My store. The realtor showed it this morning to someone who asked to come on my show. I don't know. He's got a fucking horror story, but it's a local politics story. So I don't know if it would be a good show conversation, but he asked to come on the podcast to get his story out because he's getting railroaded and it's costing him thousands of dollars. And he's been threatened with a $2,000 a day fine. So I mean, it is a story. I just haven't. Someone said, Cash App is down. Someone said, oh, so it's letting you guys send them now, but I'm not getting it yet. I'll get it eventually, it says. Well, that's what you guys are saying. $17 by 6 is 2. Yeah. It just realized you're 10 minutes behind. Oh, okay. Callie Prepper said you're interested in that. What are you interested? Bree said, hey, I had someone over that firsthand that knows the cartels are going into cities that are killing off people. Ain't no one disarming me. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what that means, though. Esteban said, hold my beer, Stephanie. Yeah. Your local guy's story. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I can give a little bit of his story because so basically this guy built a garage. He wanted to come on. I'm not quite sure, just for more people. I think he wanted people to complain. Maybe I will have him on because it does show how the government fucking corrupts and does stuff. He built a garage and got plans approved and then built it. And then the town said, you know what? Your garage is too big and you must tear it all down. And he said, fuck you. And they said, hold my beer. And they've actually arrested him 4 times. He's gone to jail 4 times for his garage. He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on it. And now they just put a notice in his front yard as of yesterday saying they're going to fine him $2,000 a day after a public hearing next week. If I was there, I'd probably do a live stream or try to call a lot of people because he says he can't get any lawyers to sue the town. He can't do anything. He's kind of at wit's end. So maybe I will try to get him to come on one of these days, but it's weird with my schedule because I have to figure out how it works. But now I'm checking to see if Esteban is going to beat Stephanie. So far, no. And you better do it soon, Esteban. Nice name, by the way. Because that means Steve. But do you spell your name with a V or PH? Because if it's PH, it's cool. If it's V, I don't know. But anyway, so like I was saying, right now, This is probably going to be the last time I say it during the show. If you want a chance to win all 6 of our new tea flavors, which you can also get on puretruthcoffee.com, search for tea in the search box, and you'll see all the 6 tea that we have. Plus, you'll also see the Antifa Tears t-shirt, which is funny. I don't know why that shows up there, but it does when you search tea. But you can see all of the new tea flavors we have. But highest Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, well, highest Venmo or Cash App during this show will win a 6-pack, full-size bags of our tea. 1 of every single flavor. And we'll go there. Tauntaun Walter said, been a minute since I was on. Glad you're still up and going. Yeah. I mean, I have my moments where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I come back and do it. And then I'm like, I don't want to do it. You know, it's just, it is what it is. But, someone said you have sent 2 Cash Apps. What did that say? 2 Cash Apps. Well, I'll tell you what. If I get a Cash App that beats the high one today, I'll also send you tea too. So, you know what I mean? Someone said no building codes. I would think they had ordinances and approved the plans. They did approve the plans. But he modified the plans. He built something. A compressor was outside in the plans, but then he built an enclosure for it, and that's what violated his plans. And so they said, you know, he said he would remove that enclosure, and they said, no, you have to tear it down, rip up all that concrete, and build from scratch, which doesn't make any damn sense. So, but maybe I will try to get him on and talk about it, because I do think it's an interesting story. But my schedule just sucks, so it's hard to do. Any more liberal tears? About what? I don't know. I don't have any liberal tears clothing or anything. I am going to have, when I do get a little bit of time, I will put up some more t-shirts and stuff like that in the store, but there's not much on there, and mugs and stuff like that. Someone said, what's the weirdest thing you've carried so far? Not, the weirdest thing, I don't know. Half of the shit, I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I don't know what this is. Something to do with display racking or something like that. But I don't really know what it is. Probably the coolest thing was when I pulled up to a tour bus and took an entire band's full equipment, loaded it in here to the ceiling all the way back. No room. I had all these bins, which are my clothes. I had them all stacked up over here. I couldn't see out of the mirrors and shit. Drove into New York City like that. But that was probably the coolest thing. But shit, I'm gonna have to get gas too. I fucking burned through all my fucking fuel money already. Gas was expensive up north. It was expensive. I'm also getting tired. I feel it. I may have to drink another soda. I'm also hungry, but I don't want to make a chicken patty sandwich. It's gonna take too long. What's your opinion on Joe Biden walking away from the Medal of Honor recipient? I don't know, man. It's to be expected. It's fucking Joe Biden. I mean, come on. I wasn't surprised by it. Let's just say I know everyone wants to make a big deal out of it. You cannot be surprised that he did that. Nobody could be surprised that he did that. Matter of fact, while I'm right here, you guys are going to hear some loud shit, but I am. I'm going to throw one of these chicken patties in the fridge or in the microwave. Fucking cheap fuckers. Oh, it does say resealable. How is it resealable? This is not a resealable bag. It's not a resealable bag, you fucking liars. It says resealable right across the top. It's not a resealable bag. Fuckers. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, is that? Oh, it is. I see it. It's got tape here, so you roll it down. Got it. So I'm going to take one of these little chicken patties. I'm going to throw it up on her. Check it. It's not really fucking frozen because I took them out. I can't read it. Whatever. Let's do 2 minutes. It's pretty good. Got a microwave right in her. As you can tell. Oh, God. put that back in my little freezer there. Close that, move the TV back over. And so, yeah, we'll do that for like 2 minutes, and then I'll kill my live feed. Esteban was 10 minutes behind live stream, too. Everybody is. Well, so I'll give you, because a lot of people are 10 minutes behind the live stream. So I'll give everybody 10 minutes beyond. But right now, Stephanie is in the lead for the T surprise. Kansas City won. That's good. Jeff said, best one you ever had doing courier work was for VIN number plates for Ford when they had a St. Louis plant, 300 for 4 miles in 90 minutes. No shit. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got anything that pays. Like the New York City one paid $750 to go 180 miles. But that was driver assist, and it was New York City. So, and it wasn't $750 when I started, but it was driver assist. But the lady was super nice. Damn, this fucking got, whoa, that got hot quick. But see, and it's hot, so I'm only going to microwave it for another like 10 seconds. Damn. And now, because I already have bread up here, that's the only reason I'm making the sandwich. Because otherwise I'd have to go way back there, and I don't want to deal with it. It's a pain in the ass to get back there. But I think that's going to wrap it up. So far, Stephanie is in the lead. With Esteban in a close second with a $55 donation. For the last time, if you go click the link that's in your chat right now, or scan that code that's on your screen, I'll take it off and put the link in there. If you want to try all 6 of our new tea flavors, all you got to do is send a Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal over $55. Because Stephanie is the leader with $55. Now, keep in mind the tea is worth $102 total. So it's not like I'm getting stupid rich. But I have made enough now that I've made enough now that because Cash App is down apparently. So if I get a Cash App at some point overnight or something, that also beats Stephanie's final one, then I'll also send you some tea. But for right now, seems that Stephanie is the winner. So Stephanie, send me on Venmo your address. Steve beat you. Steve beat you. Stephanie was at 55. He's at 75 now. So he beat you, Stephanie. So all right, I'll give it a 2 minutes. What time is it? 9:56. I'll give it till 10 o'clock. 9:56. Will Stephanie get the tea? Steve's at $75. And he said, sorry, Stephanie, I'll share. He's just bitter because, isn't that weird? It's Steve's coffee company, right? Esteban, which is Steve, is the number one. He's in the lead right now. And then Stephanie is number 2. It's just meant to be. It's just meant to be. Bree said you need to go back home. You need to go back home. I was just home last weekend. I haven't been on the road that long. I was literally just home this weekend. I missed my son's football game today, but I think I'm okay with that, though. Do you know why? They lost 44-0. Oh, my goodness. 44-0. I asked my wife, I'm like, was the coach yelling at them and stuff? And she's like, no. I was like, are you kidding me? I would have been irate. But apparently the kids were like throwing down their helmets and talking back to the refs and shit. And I told my son, I'm like, you didn't do any of that, right? He's like, nope. I said, well, you be ready to run tomorrow. He's like, what do you mean? I said, that coach, if he's worth his shit, he's going to have you guys running like crazy, you know? Because that's what I would do if I was that coach. And I'll be honest with you. When I interviewed for the one instructional aid position at that school, they did ask me about the head coaching position. And I told them straight up, I said, listen, if you do not find a coach, I will do it. I've never coached football. But today I was like, I wish that I was doing football. Stephanie back in the lead. She's at 80 total. 80 total. We need a live debate with McConnell, Biden, Feinstein, and Fetterman. No, no, we do not. We do not. But yeah, they lost 44-0. Their first game they tied, and then this game they lost 44-0. Apparently, the other middle school that they played had one player that was 325 pounds. 325 pounds. How the fuck are any of them gonna stop anybody? Like, these are little kids and they're all very small. So I don't know. But they're gonna be running tomorrow. I already told my son, I'm like, you be ready, bud. If he's worth his shit, he's gonna make you run like crazy. But anyway, Stephanie, congratulations. You are the winner. If anyone on Cash App has sent one, because I know it's allowing people to send them now, but I'm not getting them. So if I do get Cash Apps tomorrow and anybody beats Stephanie's, you'll also get a tea bundle. Okay? But Stephanie, you are the winner for tonight. So if you will be so kind, Stephanie, send me a Venmo. You can chat on the last one. Send me your address again, or David, whoever is the one sending the message. But send me your address again, because I don't have it with this new software. Everyone else, I will see you tomorrow night. Don't know where I'll be. Hopefully, I will not be in Florida. If I'm in Florida tomorrow night, be prepared for a pissed off Steve, because that means I'll likely be sitting there all weekend. And I don't want to be in Florida for the weekend. But anyway, I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, for your contributions today. Shout out to Stephanie and Esteban and Deborah. And who else? Stephanie, Esteban, Deborah. There's really only three or four people, I think. Here, hold on. I don't want to miss anybody. Stephanie, Esteban, Jackie, and Deborah. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for your everything. And the people that did send Cash App, thank you as well. I just didn't get it. I'll probably get it whenever they fix their system. But I will see all of you guys mañana at some point, okay? That means tomorrow in Spanish, just in case you don't speak Spanish like I do.